everything's up and running, nothing is on fire. Brilliant. So, where we left off in our previous session, the party had been rather successful in their ventures to Birchnest, and had gone to the Skyreavers Guild after a little bit of exploration within the town. And we ended off session with you guys being escorted back by Anilla to the inn with... I think we ended up literally... Oh my god, my phone's going off. Please, stop that. Cease. Twitch is like, hey, did you know that you can operate your stream management through your phone? And I'm like, yeah, I've also got 2 screens.
Yeah!
I have multiple screens. Anyway, where was I? Right, yes. So we had ended off with you guys picking out rooms and talking about... with the boys having a little chit-chat about general life things. And so we return back on the 9th of December, 67 AR, the next morning, where you are awoken by a rather sharp-sounding knock on each of your doors. For context, so everybody remembers who is where and where is with who, Mocha and Scoria are in a room. Hugmug, Florian, and Marcel are in a room together, and then you left Xavier and Mason in a room as well. So you're separated out into 3 little groups, and there is a knock on each of your doors, which, for context, are wall adjacent. So you can hear them knocking on the doors as they go down. And there is a brief period of waiting, and you can tell that whoever it is that is knocking on this door is awaiting outside.
So who's in the room, sorry?
So you are in separate rooms, but in room, we'll call it room A, is Scoria and Mocha. Room B is Florian, Hugmug, and Marcel, and then room C is where Xavier and Mason are.
Okay.
There is a rather sharp knocking sound on your door, and whoever it is that has knocked on your door is waiting for you outside, as you can hear them take a few steps back from each door and wait in the hallway.
Orion gets up and goes to the door.
Who is it?
Florian, are you opening the door?
Yep, I'll open the door and be like, hello.
So you open the door, and there is the rather graceful and elegant, rather gracefully and elegantly postured Anilla, who seems very tense. But she greets you. It is wonderful to see you again, sir. Once you and your companions have awoken properly for the day, I have some interesting news that might be of interest to you and your companions.
Oh, awesome. I'll go see if Hugmug and Marcel are awake.
Well, as far as I'm aware, Marcel's awake, so you've shouted already.
Yes, Marcel is definitely awake.
Orion's not that awake, so we'll probably also still go check.
Yeah. So you go to check they're awake.
Mm-hmm.
Are they awake? Question mark.
Hugmug is slowly rolling out of bed.
So, as you are slowly being aroused and woken up, Anila very calmly and politely bows and goes down the stairs. I will await you in the lounge area for when you are ready. Or if you need longer to wake up, I can meet you at the Sky Reavers Guild. As she's looking up, as she's reached the top of the stairs and is looking back to your doors.
No, we
Okay,
we
see
can go
ya.
now.
She nods and walks down the stairs, leaving you all to your morning routines to wake up.
Come on, Florian.
Florian will get all his stuff ready and his hat, and then wait for everyone else.
Okay. I presume that everybody else.
What does they want?
They have some information.
Okay. Did you say what about?
No.
Okay, I guess we'll find out when we get there.
Mm-hmm.
Nova and Scoria, what are you two doing?
I guess we can join them.
Yeah.
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 We join the squadron.
So, the five of you make your way downstairs. You make mental note that neither you have not seen head or tail of Mason or Xavier that morning, though the company of their snoring can be heard 2 rooms across.
Oh,
So, I'm picturing, like, it's not too bad for the boys, and then you've got, like, Mocha and Scoria's room where you can just hear this, like, mildly annoying, like, rumbling sound. You don't have any fucking clue what it is.
because like slept with the pillow over her ears.
Yeah. So. Oh. I did not realize I had my
They turned
Instagram
into
Reels open.
lawnmowers.
So. With I'm imagining quite a youthful level of eagerness, you end up heading downstairs. Where Anila, looking half asleep, sipping a rather questionably sized mug of coffee, notes your arrival. And she has laid out on the table a rather nice spread of different breakfast foods like hash browns, plates of sausages, eggs, bacon, and a mildly concerning height. At a mildly concerning height, a stack of buttered toast to go with it.
Oh my god.
At the moment you look at it, the first thought that goes through your mind is if you even slightly knock that table, it would totally come down like a Jenga tower.
I'm resisting the urge to turn the Hoover on. That is my mouth.
Oh my god.
And so you take your seats, and as you are munching away, Anila finishes her coffee and speaks up. So, I've been sent to notify you that we may have found something of importance to to your quest. You mentioned that your matron was being taken in an anti-magic crate, correct?
Mm-hmm. That's what
Well,
we think.
it just so happens that there is we've had reports of a broken down cart a few hours outside of the city
Oh my goodness.
that seems to it seems to have a rather large crate that has fallen off. Now, call it a sake of convenience, but I do believe that that is befitting of the description that you gave us, was it not?
That fits pretty closely.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one.
I can assure you, there will be no rush if you wish to go and gather yourselves first. I do believe that you came yesterday with a dear companion, did you not?
Yes, we did.
Oh, right, we need to go wake them up.
Yes, they're a little bad. We let them sleep in.
That's awfully kind of you. What I shall make you aware of is it seems as though whatever's stopped them from progressing appears to have taken out a large number of their traveling band. But I do believe that there was commentary on there being at least one person remaining protecting the crate. So I guess take some precautions if you can.
Hopefully they'll listen to reason.
Well, she frowns before nodding. I suppose so, though do keep your wits about you. Anyway, I shall be heading back to the Sky Reavers Guild, where I look forward to seeing you all.
Thank you very much for all of your help.
There's no
Thank
problem.
you.
And she gets up from the table, does another curt bow before leaving the inn, paying off the huge breakfast that she has purchased for you, that she has ordered for you all. So
My God.
she's paid for the whole meal.
No.
The Hoover begins.
Yeah, brace yourselves. It's coming your way.
That stack is about to fall over.
So the breakfast begins. Are you saving? Is there any being saved for your two sleeping companions?
What is breakfast?
Yes.
Basically, a
Oh, I
cooked breakfast.
guess.
Okay, yeah, just... We can't do a goodie bag, but I guess... They mind if taking a plate?
Who the?
They're like those
the
Chinese
innkeepers.
takeaway bags.
Yeah.
Yep, the innkeeper seems unbothered by the idea of it. And you hear them mutter under their voice that having breakfast delivered to the room is an option. Which mildly amusing.
Pretty good idea for them.
Just picture like somebody batting away a mocha with a stick. Like, no.
No, this is what I have to do with Willow when she's like, I have to like shove her away, and she'll keep trying. I'm like, just stop,
Get some help.
literally.
So you end up having breakfast. A couple of plates are set aside. Who is going to go and wake the two of them?
I guess I'll go do it.
Okay.
Oh, I kind of want to whack Xavier with a pillow.
So, Marcel, you go upstairs, taking the two plates with you. I'm presuming you put them by the floor to knock before entering.
Yes.
Pick them back up.
Without stepping on them.
You pick them back up, walk into the room, and you notice both of them are starfished across their beds. It looks like Xavier is doing some sort of weird kung fu move because he's managed to get a hoof stuck on the headboard. And the fact that he is still on that bed is a mystery to you. And Mason looks like he's just been slung over the bed like if you were to throw a sack over your shoulder. He is just folded.
Rise and shine, sleepyheads. I brought you breakfast.
Yes. So the moment that you open the moment the doors opened, the door closed behind you, you put the breakfast down on the little coffee table in there, and roll me a charisma check.
Charisma check.
Yes.
Okay. Charisma check? What?
Charisma check.
Persuasion?
No, just a straight charisma check.
I'm confused.
Be on your combat page.
Oh, yeah, sorry, charisma. I'm so taken aback by this. Okay, 27.
What?
27.
27?
Mhm.
Have a +0.
Oh, sorry. I've read my stat as my modifier. Sorry. 17!
There we go. I was about to fucking say.
Shut up.
So, with your 17, you managed to hold it together as you watch the rather hilarious image of Xavier freaking out as he realizes he's upside down, not realizing he is tilted in bed the way he is. His hoof comes loose, and you watch as he crumples onto the floor, on top of himself.
So it's a charisma check not to laugh?
Yes. You managed to
Do I hold
you managed
it
to hold the
together?
laugh in. Yes, you managed not to laugh, but your lack of laughter is met by the resounding chuckle that comes out of Mason.
I think that's a really hearty chuckle.
He does.
Like a proper belly laugh.
Which is then followed by you watching as Xavier, looking rather indignant, gets up and basically grabs Mason by the ankles and just slings his ankles up, and you watch as he basically flops, like, helplessly like a fish, off the other side of his bed onto the floor with a loud thud. that Xavier chuckles at, goes, "That is what you get. Laugh at me, bastard."
Come on, boys. Sorry, wrong fucking voice.
Come
on,
get it
boys. Play nice.
And two of them.
I've been in a few different sessions lately, playing many different characters.
It's unfortunate for you.
It is. Very unfortunate for me.
Cackles. Anyway, yeah, they end up grumbling at each other as they shovel down breakfast, taking their plates down, and after getting changed. And you all end up meeting in the little lounge area of this inn. It seems like business is booming for them. Though it is quite a large place, so it's no real surprise to you that this place seems as popular as it is.
Ugh.
Pardon you.
Nice.
Thank you.
So, what are you doing?
Have we finished breakfast?
Yeah, I would assume by this point an hour or so has passed. You've had breakfast, washed up, tied hair back, whatever, gotten ready for the day, basically.
Okay, let's go.
Are we going to meet Anilla or?
Oh, I don't know. You tell me. I'm asking you as a party. What are you doing?
So what did Anila say again? Sorry.
Anilla said that when you are ready, she will meet you. She will see you at the Sky Reavers Guild.
Right.
We
Okay,
can
so we
We
go
head
to
to
the
Sky
sky.
Reaver's Guild. For lack of anything else to do.
Okay, 3 people spoke at once. Did you all say the same thing?
I think so.
Yeah,
Pretty
I think
much.
so.
Okay.
It sounded like it.
I wasn't sure, my brain got a little overloaded. I just heard 3 different voices and was like, ah. Okay.
There's a lot of
Sorry.
different ways of saying yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Just like that.
Mm-hmm.
Does that count? If I go on thesaurus.com, will I see bra on there?
Totally. So you end up making your way to the guild. Once again, if anybody would like to do something else, please contest me and
I'm
say
sure.
something.
Is there anything going on in the city at the moment?
I don't know. Well, I do know.
You do know if there's something going on in the city.
I
at the
do know if
moment,
there's
Mr.
something going on in
DM.
the city, but I don't know what you do and don't want to do.
Yeah,
So,
I'm not going to ask you what I want to do. That's silly.
You get what I mean. I don't know what,
Make
what
an
you're going to
educated
ask.
guess.
Yes, sure. So, so women, no.
Women!
In other
Wow.
words, Mr. DM, is there anything
There are
of
women?
interest that would be worth checking
There's
out?
women! Where are the women?
You do notice some women as you take a slightly faster route, and you end up walking past a brothel.
Holy shit, women?
Is that where women live?
No,
Is that where
but
women live?
you do end up catching the attention of some of the ladies in there, and one of them appears to be this rather short individual. It's a little a middle-aged halfling woman who approaches you, specifically you, Florian, and there is a feeling of superiority that flows through you as you realize that you have encountered somebody who is shorter than you by such an extent that you actually have to look down at them.
Oh my god.
It's a once in a lifetime opportunity for Florian.
The silence speaks volume.
What am I supposed to... Oh, hi.
Ah, hello. Well, I happen to notice that you're, well, you're a palico, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Say, would you be a dear? Could I take a small tuft of your fur?
Why?
Oh, well, I happen to be looking into, I happen to be studying certain types of palico for their unique genomes.
Insight.
Roll insight.
It's a suspicious individual. Where is my... Oh, I just remembered I have shit insight. Okay, that's fine. Oh, wow. 4.
You do notice she is being completely honest with what she is saying. There is no attempt at deceit or deception about her. And she genuinely means what she says.
Sure.
And so she very, very politely asks you to very politely takes out a pair of scissors. So, where might it be best for me to take this small amount of fur? I don't want to take anything off from where it might look a little bit,
Is this just happening in the street?
Yes, this is happening in the street.
That's look very strange.
I've got a lot of fur on my tail, so...
Only need a small snippet, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Ah, wonderful. And she takes a very small snippet of your fur from your tail and puts it in a small mason jar. Oh, brilliant. Honestly, it's been impossible to find any good samples here. Some people are a bit too, what's the word? Presumptuous that I am up to mischief. My name is Daisy, by the way. Daisy Ferrali. I do think that we'll be encountering each other again sometime soon.
Maybe. I'm Florian.
A pleasure to meet you. And you notice that she writes down your name on the mason jars label.
Okay.
Well, shall be seeing you, good sir. And she just totters off into the crowd. And it's kind of funny
Have a nice
watching.
day.
What was that
She
about?
waves back at you. And it is kind of funny to watch as she basically disappears behind the first person that walks in front of her.
What was that about?
She wanted some of my fur for research. I don't know.
Sounds a bit weird.
Sounds interesting. Good research.
Who knows? Anyway, let's get going.
And so you carry on, finding your way back to the guild.
So was there anything interesting happening in the city apart from a stranger wanting some of Florian's fur?
No, not necessarily. It seems like the route that you've taken. Yes, I did roll this. The route you've taken, aside from walking past a bunch of ladies that are hollering out a window at some of the richer male clients that are walking through the streets, like it's almost as if they're on a first name basis with them. You end up finding your way back to the Sky Reapers Guild. Unfortunately, missing the town centre on the way past. You get there. Anila's at the front desk. She pops up and leads you into a little comfy, cozy lounge, where she shows you a recent mission posting. Now, technically speaking, I'm not supposed to be doing this, but this is a mission request that's come in for an escort mission. About something that matched the description of what you told us about the other day. And I think the organization that deals with and handles all of these mission postings normally check for criminal activity. What they don't do is check who posts them. It's anonymous until you accept the mission.
Does that make sense?
However, the description of what they were talking about almost matches identically to what you were talking about the other day.
What about the box and the wheel and the...
And she puts down the mission posting, and the individual who has written this has atrocious handwriting. Pugmug, do you speak Giant? Off the top of my head.
Oh, I don't think so.
I might be wrong.
I do! I take it back, I do!
Okay, so you notice that that this is the second language this is written in. It's written in really shoddy Common, and then there is also a second section of text that repeats roughly the same thing in Giant. Except you note that there is the addition of some personal frustrations, as the cart itself was only recently fixed. Something about a shoddy wheel that got replaced. This is exactly what you guys were looking for. And it seems like whatever it was that wiped out the... Like, you notice that, like, they've put down about some monster coming along and wiping out the entire caravan. But you notice that this is your perfect opportunity. They have gotten waylaid. Meaning that, even though you may have been a few days behind them, they have gotten shafted immediately. It's like the most richest form of karma you've ever seen.
But this is fantastic!
Oh, I can't believe this.
Crazy.
I mean, I suppose it's a small chance it's not the right person, but it fits the description, so it's worth at least looking.
Mm-hmm.
Let's have a look.
So where does it say this caravan is going to be?
It mentions that it is the caravan itself is a few hours outside of the city, as the mission poster has returned to the city and then left to go and rejoin their companions, or what's left of them, to await further pickup. But the escort mission doesn't actually go to where you expected it to. It appears.
So this person wants transport back to where the caravan is.
No. So
They
they
are
have
confused
got.
as
They
to
have
what
come
the
in.
actual mission is here.
Let me
Yeah.
reestablish. So, the person who has posted this mission has come back into the city and then returned back to the wreckage to not only protect the cargo, but to basically hold position because they're part of a different organization. They are looking to be escorted from where they are currently to a different island.
Which island?
Interestingly enough, it seems that they wish to go to the island of Srenkan, the land of ever-falling rain, as they are attempting to deliver this. They're attempting to deliver this to a place referred to as Qui Quan.
Can you spell it in the chat? Ooh.
Where it will be handed over to another organization that will be transporting it to a different location. Though the mission poster has no information on where the secondary transport is going to be going to, and does not have any sort of indication as to whether the escorting service will be required upon the item's delivery.
Where is Queequan?
The Isle of Srenkan.
Do you know anything about it?
You do, and you don't need to roll.
Okay.
That is the same
Ooh.
island where the capital city of Bemisia is.
Oh.
AKA one of the greatest cities that has been built from the ground upwards by your people.
Why should we going there? How far away is that from actual destination?
Elaborate.
As in where we're expecting it to be going.
You're expecting it to be going to a completely different location. Where... I'll actually get my reference up so I can correctly quote this. It seems like it's going a completely different direction to what was expected. You are traveling to the northeast of Varnexian, and the way that they are asking to be escorted, they are expecting to be escorted across the entire island to get to a different port. The port that they are expecting to be transported to, actually get the name of it so I'm not incorrectly quoting it, they are expecting to be escorted to the city of Daj. In the chat for you, because I know you want detailed notes. There you go. So they're expecting to be escorted to the city of Daj, where they will then be transported to Queequan on a different island. Mocha,
Yes.
roll me a history check
Sure.
with advantage.
With advantage. Okay. Where is my sheet? On my tabs.
Oh dear.
19.
19. You recognize the name Queek One. It is one of the two larger settlements of Ku,
My people.
which you are aware that it happens to have a rather large tribe of Ku, and is further inland from one of the port towns of Quan Qua.
Hmm.
And you're aware of this because of the somewhat brief lessons that Helga has given you on your racial heritage.
Yes.
It seems a little odd to all of you that this item is being transported in now what seems to be a completely different direction now. Beforehand, they were going towards the island, towards what you would assume is the island of Girathina, if they're transporting such a large value item. So why they suddenly want to change direction is beyond me.
So it's completely in the opposite direction to where they should be going.
Yes, so with the size of the item they're transporting, if they're having to transport it on foot, then they would have to go from Girathina and then get another transport after travelling across the continent. Now they're trying to cross to the other side of Anexia. It's completely...
So it's going to request that it's Anilla, isn't it?
Anilla, yes.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, of course.
How often do you see these sort of things being used for transporting goods or people or, well, usually hopefully not people, but...
Not often, I must admit.
Okay.
It's usually when it's something... It's normally when a noble wants something priceless being transported. And if it's an anti-magic crate like you're saying, then it's probably a magical item of great power. Or, in your case, you think it might be a person of great magical potential.
It makes sense, but it seems to be going in the wrong direction. It fits the description of the one we saw. Well, that means that's only if the one we saw is the correct one. Oh, fuck.
She
And he
ponders,
puts his hands on his head, it's like, getting frustrated.
ponders for a moment. Well, this is what matches the description that you were looking for, is it not?
Yes, sorry, I appreciate you putting the effort in.
She puts her hand up and shakes her head. No, it's perfectly fine.
It's worth a look, at least.
And Anilla looks to the rest of the group that's sitting in here. Would this be something that you'd want to go for, or we can potentially have this filed as a false report or something like that?
I'm worried it might be maybe a trap to lure us away from where they actually are, but it's kind of our only lead. So I think we need to follow it.
She ponders for a moment. Would it be appropriate to say that you would all feel safer if you had somebody shadowing you?
I would.
Yes. Because if it's
Beep, 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 beep.
if it is the people, and if it is the people we're looking for, then they are very, very dangerous people. They're not exactly the strongest fighters.
She nods sagely. Well, shall I give you the directions to go? And she puts the she gives you like a folded up list of directions and hands them to Scoria. You look responsible, so I shall trust them in your care. We shall have somebody shadowing you from behind, though they are quite a sneaky person, so you probably won't see them. But trust me, they are there. And yes, I look forward to hearing back. I will go and run some interference for you whilst
Do we get to meet them beforehand?
Well, you've already met them. Remember the bird man that you met the other day?
Oh!
Him. He is quite stealthy.
Egalis. What's his name? Right?
and you hear, "It's a Gallus," in your
Oh.
ear. But there appears to be
I'm
nobody
sorry.
there.
He like wheels around to apologize and gets very confused and he doesn't see anybody. Huh. I must be going a bit crazy.
So, how are you guys going to proceed?
How precise of a location do we have?
It's down to the coordinates.
How long will it take us to get
so
there?
we can.
About 2 hours.
Okay. So we can get there and back in one trip.
Yes.
Then I don't see the problem. Everyone's here, by the way.
Everyone's here.
Mason and Xavier are here.
Mason and Xavier are also here. Everybody's here.
What do you two
Then we
think
head
about
out.
this?
Xavier seems unflinching and kind of bored by the prospect of going hunting for a potentially pointless lead. Mason seems very excited, as though you guys may have finally found the your lost matron. He looks buzzed.
You have your doubts that it's the correct one.
I have doubts that anything we're going to find is going to be correct. I'm not exactly thrilled at the idea of potentially locating the woman that nearly torched me alive.
That is fair. How fast do they normally move these things? We're only a day behind.
Do you think I have any idea? I am a hired body. The only time I have ever come in contact with these people was about a month ago when they first hired me and we mobilized to get here.
Okay, I was more looking for general knowledge. Rather than personal experience.
It is almost like you assume I have not been stuck in an assassin's guild for most of my life and had very little information outside of targets.
I apologize.
It is fine. It's not exactly like it's something you would think about. There is a slight bitter edge to his voice. Well, that was a bit mean. Well, come on, guys, we can go find your matron. And he is like, you can hear the chair that he is sitting on, like, screaming for mercy. It's like it's creaking underneath
standing at
him.
the desk again. We're sitting? I thought we were standing at the desk again.
There's a couple of chairs in this room. You're in a lounge, if you... May need to be a bit more descriptive. Okay. So, what are you guys doing from here? Are you mobilizing to go and find out? Are you gonna do some... Do you want to do something else beforehand? It is entirely up to you.
What did they provide us with, by the way? They provide us with accommodation. What did
Okay.
they be providing us with?
They've provided you with accommodation, and they have paid off a one-way airship journey to Lenfar for you to go and chase after your other lead, which is that emblem that you were carrying on you.
Okay. Thank you.
It's okay. Anyway, what are you guys doing?
Well, it's literally our only lead, so... I guess we follow it.
Mm-hmm. Let's go.
Everybody in harmony with that?
Sure.
Okay. So, you get your winter coats on.
Should I fly on ahead and get an overhead view of the area?
Don't see why not. How stealthy are you feeling? Out of character, what is your stealth?
5.
6. We could stealth
Mine-
it.
Yeah,
Unless-
Asking
oh,
Storia
wait,
that's
Florian.
flying on ahead.
Yeah.
And she'll be advancing on
Mine's
her
12.
own.
I
So
could
the
probably
person,
climb up
the good
something.
person.
Oh wait, Florian
Then she
says
might
Mocha.
die.
Florian having double stealth modifier.
12.
Sorry, what was your stealth? Sorry.
Florian
Five.
just doesn't exist.
5.
5, yeah.
Same. Okay, well.
Why the fuck do
That's
I have a
proficiency,
6?
so yeah, sure. I don't see why not. At least
I am the stealthiest motherfucker.
You just like exist and
Well,
just
yeah,
like no one can
because
see
when you're
you.
in,
You
when
are
you're in
the
deep
rock.
snow, you disappear literally. So
True.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
So,
you just see this little hat moving
Score
above
it.
the snow.
Is Florian invisible or is he drowning in the snow? Tune in next time.
find out. It's just the tip, like the little star at the top of the hat, just like poking out of the snow like an anglerfish.
It's how he lures them in.
Okay,
The soft
right.
drowning music playing.
Scoria, you're planning on flying ahead a little bit to scope it out, right?
Yeah.
I will need you to roll a stealth check for that, so you do not get spotted by the individual waiting by the cart.
Wait! If you want to borrow this, make sure you give it back. And he pulls off his ring.
Oh my god, you're getting engaged.
Ooh.
You get an intent scowl from Xavier the moment you offer that. He says nothing, but you can feel his gaze burrowing into the back of your skull.
As I'm looking at Marcel, do I notice this?
Perception.
You dice, you have failed me. 11.
You do not. As he rolled a
Uh,
15 in stealth. So, Marcel, you're aware that you are being glared at. But Scoria, as you're being offered it, you completely miss it.
Marcel, I do not know what exactly you are offering me at this moment.
I've shown you before. It turns you invisible.
Oh yes.
You could be better at stealthy if you're literally invisible.
I think I will be fine
Okay.
without it for now. Plus, me flying overhead will also give you a cue as to direction. A little help. In case they decide to fucking move around. Anyway, I shall be off. Don't take too long.
Okay. So, Scoria, can you roll me a stealth check, please? As your group gets your winter coats on, you start making your way towards the...
Swear to God,
Towards the
failed
point.
to check.
I am using a different fucking dice.
Do it. Meanwhile, I'm going to
Okay.
fill up my drink. Still listening.
Me when it. So the fucking perception check, I rolled an 8 on the dice. The stealth, I rolled an 18 on the dice, which is a total of 23.
Hey, nice.
So, you manage to be quite stealthy about your approach, managing to keep yourself well hidden as you gracefully glide above the snow-ridden plains below you. And the immediate thing that you are so thankful for is the fact that these winter coats are like somewhere between a baby blue and white, but they blend in perfectly with the empty sky above. And so, you watch below, as your companions below are all trudging their way through the cold, and the entire time, Marcel, you can feel that disgruntled gaze on the back of your head. Every time you turn around, he's not looking at you. But you can feel the weight of his sheer disapproval on your shoulders. Scoria, you notice that there is a white-furred bear male in what appears to be some sort of a ragtag collection of metallic pieces of armor, sitting by a destroyed cart with that oh-so-familiar anti-magic crate amongst the wooden wreckage. He appears to be very disgruntled, rather angry. Are you going to notify your allies?
Whilst I'm looking down, do I notice anything else, like the monster that was mentioned, or any other persons that might be in the area?
You notice some rather large paws, like paw prints, that you recognize as that of a behemoth's from the nature legends the nature
Bless
lessons
you.
that
Yes,
Helga
yes.
gave you on the big monsters that you should always run away from as part of your training. And you can tell by how fresh the prints are that whatever it was, however long ago it attacked, it's gone. Like, it's long gone. As you can
The usual
see,
behaviour of a behemoth, since it's the middle of winter, do they normally roam about?
then they're not often roamers. They normally venture out to find food, and then once they have found enough to sustain themselves for an extended period, they tend to retreat back to their caverns and caves.
So it's likely that this behemoth probably ran out of food.
Attacked and then went back to its den with its meals, aka what you can see as the shredded carcasses of a large number of what was previously humanoids scattered about the place. Whatever it did, it charred a lot of people, ate them, and then buggered off back into its hole in the ground, essentially.
Okay. Scoria will then, after discerning all this, will fly back to the others to go tell them what to expect when they arrive.
And so you plop down to give them this information. And they're about 5 minutes behind you, roughly. So you are approaching where this disgruntled man is awaiting.
Just one, yes?
Just the one.
We should be able to take just one. If it comes to it.
But if
Well-
the behemoth comes back,
the right, but let's hope that it doesn't come to that. Well, it appeared that it had already wandered off, probably back to its lair, but let us not linger too long. In
okay.
the event it does. But I couldn't obviously see anything obvious if he had the necklace or anything, the symbol.
Should we?
No ropes? Wearing any ropes?
He was wearing makeshift armor.
Makeshift armor. That doesn't make much sense. Oh well, we're already close enough now, there's no point
Should
in
we
backing off.
ask him
What?
if he's? Should we ask him if Helga's in there, or like
Something
if he's
tells
part
me
of
that-
it?
I mean, do you really think he's gonna give out that kind of information?
He might not know. He might just be, I don't know, tired.
Hmm. I do not know,
Just-
but there's no point in debating it at this point.
Are you approaching?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Are you approaching normally, or are you sneaking up?
Hmm.
I'll give you guys the option. Depends on how fortunate you are feeling with your rolls.
What benefit will we get from sneaking up here? Besides, maybe if we get close enough.
If you get
Surprise.
close
Surprise
enough,
round.
you could get surprise round, and you would also be able to discern if this person is actually safe or whether they are going to be outwardly hostile. However,
Okay,
you
I
would
think
all
we
need
see.
to make a perception, and you would all need to succeed the stealth check.
Doesn't hurt to try.
Exactly. Okay, so you begin sneaking up. Roll stealth.
Oh, nice! I love this guy. This guy is
Oh.
sexy. Holy shit!
Which ones are you using?
It's the liquid core I got when we went out.
Oh, the cool
Woo!
ones.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she bought a whole bunch of like dice. What are they
Mystery
called?
bags.
Mystery bags. Like she bought like 5 or 6 of them.
Hell yeah.
It was 4.
4, that's it.
Me saying that is like it makes it
It
sound
was
any
only
better.
4, guys.
It was
Only
only
4.
Hey,
You spent like God knows how much.
Hell yeah.
I
Okay,
make no comment.
I
so
have good stealth.
stealth
Goddamn.
checks. What did you roll?
15.
Start with Marcel. 15.
Just
Florian.
go to the toilet.
17.
Hugmug.
13.
Oh, Mocha.
Yes, it is. It is 16.
16. And
Yarr.
Storia.
Natural 20 for a 25 total.
Fuck.
Oh my god, she
okay.
can do that.
Oh, damn. Okay, so you all succeed. And you manage to sneak up behind the back of the wreckage, where you see the crate, and you end up actually hiding behind the crate itself, about 5 feet away from it. You can hear the guy grumbling to himself. He is very clearly going to be outwardly hostile, based on the fact that you catch him, Hugmug, you catch him muttering to himself in Giant that he is going to shiv the next person he sees in the hopes of getting enough gold to hire some real transport.
Ooh. Can I relay that to the people?
You may.
Can we, are there any cracks or anything in the crate?
Aside from the lid, which has a very large release handle that you manage to figure out using your passive investigation, you would need to have at least 2 of you pulling on the handle, and even then you're not certain if you would be able to release the pressure mechanism on it. Whatever is in there, it is sealed in tight.
How strong does he look?
Who?
The
The
guy.
bear man.
Yes.
Quite.
Okay. And
No.
what's he actually wearing then? So makeshift armor.
Yes. Appears to be a cobbled together selection of different armor pieces that have been destroyed during different raids. This is a bandit captain,
Yes.
judging by what he is wearing and the insignia on his clothes.
So either somehow, God knows how, our group of assassins got ransacked, taken over by bandits, or this is the wrong crate.
You do notice that amongst the piles of viscera around you, from what is left from the behemoth's quick lunch break, that there are many of these necklaces that you have discarded prior, littered around the place.
Huh.
Almost like somebody's been throwing around glittery icicles.
Can I hear anything from inside the crate?
No, it is silent.
It is silent. I think we do it.
Do you want to specify, please? I can't tell if you're trying to say we attack the guy or if we're trying to break open the crate.
I think we attack the guy and then, yeah.
Well, he doesn't seem like he's going to be sweet-talked.
Because we can't stealth open the crate, can we?
Unfortunately, no.
Yeah.
You would be
So I think
unable to sneakily open the crate itself, purely because of the mechanism that is used to actually open it in the first place. It is a type of pressure release valve that is connected by two handles that need to be pulled for an extended period to release the pressure on this lid.
Who wants first hit?
Looks towards
it,
our
Florian.
assassin friend.
Xavier looks at you blankly. What?
You want a good stabby?
He points at him. He waves his hand over himself. Aside from a great axe, I am not getting anywhere near this man. This is your problem. You want to get stronger? Fight them.
In
Fine.
that case,
I will jump in
Gloria
if you need
will
me.
jump attack.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Non-self player is currently being blinded.
And so combat begins.
Fighting in the sun.
I have posted the theme that I'm listening to if you wish to listen to it as well.
Dear God.
Because I am sad with that. Okay, so, Scoria, what was your acrobatics roll? Also, I should move your view over.
Nice.
I hope this, the name of the song that's playing right now is not representative of what we're fighting.
I guess we'll find out.
What? Oh.
Please organize yourself by that line. You can form up behind it as you wish. Before Scoria does her attack.
I'll be here.
Oh, I'm a green mage now. Where do I go? I don't know where to be.
I mean,
Oh no.
towards the front or the middle, purely because outside of buffing and debuffing, you do have hammer to whack with.
Oh my god.
Hammer!
Hammer time.
That's true. I do have that right. We're at the front.
Okay, so is everybody happy where they are before I start the encounter?
Oh
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
god. Let me just wait. I have a fork, not a bow. Remember this.
You'll also notice that you all have actual weapons that are not the training versions, as you acquired them during the last session for, I think, the 2 or 3 of you that weren't here. So you have a lethal
I have a
weapon.
whip.
Please
Don't do that.
Please ensure that you are attentive. If you are trying to be non-lethal, maybe use the wooden weapon. Anyway, roll
I
initiative.
have a motherfucking fork.
Oh, I rolled my acrobatics.
Oh,
Yes, I will grab that from you now. What did you roll?
It was a 28 total.
28 total. Okay, if you can roll initiative, whilst I figure out what the actual DC of this is.
Oh my god.
I rolled a big initiative.
Big initiative.
Big initiative.
You get there eventually. Okay, so, Florian, what did you roll?
24.
24. Hugmug.
19.
Marcel.
14.
Mocha.
21.
And Scoria.
22.
22.
Yep.
Mocha, what is your dexterity score?
My dexterity is +4.
The actual score, not the modifier.
Cool.
Oh, 19?
19, okay. As you clash with somebody else in the initial order.
Oh, okay.
Scoria,
Oh, I'll clash
your,
with them in another way.
your initiative, your dex is 20, correct?
Yeah.
So so I am changing your initiative score to match that. Because everybody rolled high, so your highest dex score... Okay. Making sure I've got the correct fucking number. Okay, so your acrobatics succeeded. Sorry. Your
Why
acrobatics
are you
succeeded.
laughing?
Just Florian's player remembering what happened the last time.
Oh
With
no.
With the last Arctic Barefoot Bandit Captain.
Oh
Wait, has he seen us at this point?
No, not yet. So,
So guys, there is something I could do. Can I? Is it okay?
I hate to tell you this, but I'm already in the air, plunging down towards this man.
Yes, I will have to get you to do what you're going to do after Scoria has.
Okay, no, forget it then. Go in the air and hit him. Do it.
So,
But if you're gonna throw out bucks, then yeah, definitely do that. That's good.
pop you there, because I'm imagining using the range of your lance. Okay, so you you are going to have an additional +3 to hit, and do an additional 3d8 points of damage from the acrobatics roll. So 3d8 extra damage, +3 to hit on top of what you've already got.
+3. So my hit bonus is +10. That's a 19 on the dice, so that's a 29 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Time to grab the other D, because I'm actually using my dice. It's so weird. I've got all these dice, so I'm like, I should actually use them.
You're not rolling so many dice this time that you can't.
I don't have an excuse anymore. Fuck. Right, where am I? Where the fuck am I? D12s.
Hi.
Right.
Why did I say hi? What? I'm not a
You're not a
D12.
D12.
Right. So I'm going to choose
I'm a D12. You may be wondering how I got into this situation.
that one and that one. Oh, I just want to note the D20 that rolled the 8, the first one that I did this session,
Yes.
was the cute little dinosaur one.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
Yeah. It's got this
No,
cute, it's got
not
this
the
cute little
dinosaur,
dinosaur.
guys.
It's got this cute little dinosaur in it. And it fucking failed me.
Rip.
Oh, don't fall off the table.
Yeah, don't do that. It's normally a bad idea.
Oh, fuck.
I can't believe we've done this.
An additional 3d8, so that's 4 3d8s? 4
It's 3d8
3d12. 3d8.
3d8
Oh,
total.
shit.
Sorry.
I
did the math.
Fuck. I'm
So,
rolling the wrong ones. Fuck.
That game
Ah,
math
this
is
is
not
going
adding
well.
up.
This is going well.
Fuck. I immediately forgot what I was supposed to be rolling.
Yeah.
Hold on.
So it's
I
3d8
fucked up.
because you
I
beat the
fucked
DC. So it's the 1d8 plus another 2d8.
It's not a d8, it's a d12.
I'm talking about the jump damage, not the lance.
Oh shit, yeah. Oh fuck, jump. Wait.
Oh. Things are happening and I don't like it.
I don't know why I'm screaming like that. Right, so it's a d12 plus 3d8, correct?
And then your damage modifier.
Where the okay, there's the right, time to actually roll this correctly now.
I also just want to point out this is your second combat in 7. This is session 7.
Shut the fuck up! Why is that so shit? Right. 3, 5, 6. 12 plus 5.
At least you succeeded the acrobatics.
That'd be really funny. You just
17.
jump down, just eat shit immediately. 17 damage.
Victoria just launches herself into
Yeah.
the air and then fucking
Okay, so it takes
pancakes onto the
17 points
snow.
of damage, and looks mortified that there is somebody attacking him. As he lets out a rather gruff grunt upon you, in stabbing him with your lance.
Where does he get stabbed? Where does he get stabbed?
In the shoulder.
The shoulder.
Boring.
Yawn. Okay, so who is jumping in next, since you are all part of this surprise round?
How far can I move?
Wait, did I say his HP correct?
80 feet
It would be
away.
funny if you didn't.
I kind of didn't, so let me fix that. Oh shit, it made a change on the bar. That's fine. Yeah.
Grasshopper. I'm not going to explain the context for that one.
No.
One action
So
per
who's
round.
who's hopping in next? Because you got it will be the end of Scoria's turn because you've only got one action. So Florian, Mocha, Hugma, Marcel, do any of you want to jump in before I
jump
throw
in.
Mason at it? Yeah, you wanna go?
Jump in. I just have I don't really have anything to do except one thing that I can do.
Yep.
How long is short range?
Well, if you pop up the spell on your auto calculator, it will show you the range.
Oh, in the comp. Okay. Range.
Mocha's soul
30
leaving.
feet. Let me zoom out and check how far I am from this motherfucker. So far. I'm so far. How? Sorry about this. Movement
That's fine. Take your time. There is no
40.
rush.
Okay.
Cease to
Sorry.
rush.
I'm rushing. I'm not rushing. I have one thing to do, and it select 5, 10.
I can't wait till there's more than one
I
thing
can't
to
see
do.
the
Can't wait to no, I can't wait to
guidelines when I'm zoomed out. Hang on. I will.
Oh, motherfucker, I can't hit this bitch.
I'm going 40 feet, so here. Like here?
Yep.
Roughly.
If it helps, set your lines to linger, because that'll make it easier for you to map out movement.
35. That's still not close enough. Okay. Wrong.
Dash is a regular action, isn't it?
Yes, dash is an action. Yes.
Tragic. I'm 35 feet away.
What does that sound?
It's me being upset.
Mhm.
Do I have any bonus actions? Draw. I can draw.
So you said raw.
I can roar. No.
Rawr.
Rawr.
Never do that again.
Rar.
Rawr. How gaily
No.
can you guys roar?
Stop.
No, we're not doing this. No.
Oh.
I'm off meds.
You don't
want
wanna
to
entertain-
On an
Pain,
ally
switchy
within
distance.
30 feet of them. Ally within 30 feet. There we go. Scoria, would you like... I don't know. I roll a d8. I've never done this.
I remember my first time doing this. I was so confused.
The draw ability is what I'm doing.
Yes,
Astral
I know
Radiance
exactly what I'm doing.
experience.
That is a 6, which means you have fast healing 2.
Wait,
Congrats.
Congratulations
Um,
on your fast healing too.
So that
What's the name
is
of the
the
draw?
Spire.
The spire.
It's sad that I remember that.
I will... Mm, you can't... Can you hold actions in a surprise?
You can, but
much point.
there's not really much point because it will just
Just in
roll on
case
to
he...
next.
Oh, he won't move. Right.
No,
yeah.
he won't.
So I'll just not use my action, because if I move, then I'll just be... I won't have any actions to use. So
Fair.
He's so far away.
I'll just stay here.
Okay, can I do my...
Yep.
Then?
Far away.
Go for it.
Literally, I can't even get to him, so I'm going to dash.
Mhm.
And almost get there.
Okie dokie.
I just show what Marcel is doing.
Yeah, go for it. If you're just moving, then yeah, go for
Yeah,
it.
so... Yeah, there. Maybe slightly to the side.
There.
And that's a dash. I don't have any bonus action stuff. As far as I'm aware. None of my steals are bonus actions either. Yeah, so that's the end of my turn, I think.
Have Mike? You doing anything? Are you trying to figure out what you're doing? Hug mug.
Oh, so Mason's
Oh
helping.
no, sorry, I am here. Sorry, I thought you weren't talking to me.
No,
Hug
I was
you,
talking directly to you.
Sorry,
Are you?
sorry. I was reading my abilities.
That's perfectly fine. Would you like to use
Um,
your movement
I'm
actions, whatever you're doing?
Going to start off using my bonus action aggression
Mm-hmm.
or aggressive,
I believe it's aggressive.
whatever. It's something.
Yeah, aggressive.
It's aggressive, which gives me 30 foot of movement speed.
I guess before I totally forget to ask later, you're green mage, so do you have moment of greatness?
Yes, and I'm going to use it right now.
Fantastic!
That was like the happiest I've ever heard you.
Because it's like the best spell in the whole system.
Yeah, watch out, guys.
Get
It's about to get
mocked.
cool now. Hugmug's here.
Huggy muggy boo.
Huggy, huggy,
Huggy,
huggy.
huggy,
One action.
hug.
This is very sad.
Okay, so you cast Moment of Greatness, and that'll be it's everybody in a 50-foot radius of you. And I'm pretty sure that is
Mog
everybody.
hath been casted.
That is in fact
Celebrate,
everybody.
my friends.
Celebration. Oh god.
Oh god.
Oh god.
That's brilliant.
Mog on.
Yeah, I forgot I have a fucking 20 dex score.
Do I get a little circle now?
Oh, it's a popper. So you cast it, it applies it to everybody. It's
Oh,
not a
it's
radius
added.
effect. It activates immediately, so it's everybody now has Mog for X period of time.
Remind me what
Oh.
Moggy Woggy Woo does. Is that
The next
advantage?
roll you make, you can double the modifier. So you can double a bonus to a skill check. You can double your bonus to
Oh.
hit, or you can double the damage modifier. But once you use it, it is gone.
Oh, but if I don't use it, then
It's-
it's also gone.
It will be gone after a while. Yes.
Exactly. That's the philosophical dilemma that we face.
You've got a whole minute to think about using it.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's 2 minutes. Because you.
It says
okay,
one on
two.
the sheet.
Have you checked it on the It's 2. No, darling. Have you looked at your
Oh,
combat
high
page and
level.
scroll down?
Sorry.
have
Look at your
two
combat
minutes.
page
I'm
and
dumb.
scroll down. It lasts for 2 hours, darling. You have 2 hours.
2 hours.
Oh yeah,
2
green mage,
hours?
Green mage.
Bro, that's a big difference, man. I
Yes.
thought I was like
Green
So-
mage buffs last
on the
much longer.
block.
As a little refresher for our newly resident green mage, all of your spell durations are increased by 1 stage. So if it lasts for a number of rounds, it's actually minutes. If it lasts for minutes, it's actually hours, but it doesn't go past hours.
Wait, what?
You're looking at your spell
So
page, right?
1 minute is not a minute, it's actually 2 hours?
So if you look at go to your combat page where it says current spell, select the spell, it will show you what the actual duration is with your green mage abilities taken into account. As you can see where it says 2 hours or until discharged.
Oh my. Well,
This is
you've got 2 hours to think about using Mog.
Cool.
Enjoy.
Mocha
Thank
sits there
you.
for 2 hours rocking back and forth like so much mogging.
In like the thinker position of like.
I can't wait some
No, it's the fucking Patrick meme where he can't decide what he wants for.
No. No.
Oh.
So what?
So Mason's helping us out, but Xavier is not.
Xavier is observing. You notice that he has a spell charged and ready to cast, but is waiting to see what occurs. That is the end of the surprise round. So we go into the first round of combat with Scoria. You are first on the initiative order.
Wait, what the fuck do I do?
Something.
Wait, me?
Yes.
Wait,
Jump in the air
Thorin?
and
I
stab
thought
him again.
Thorin.
You Yep, Florian rolled a 24.
I rolled a 22.
Your initiative clashed with everyone, so I pushed. Basically, you and Florian are tied. So I'm throwing one of you two at the wall first. Go for it. Because my brain cells are non-existent. I'll just... Short form, initiative clash, so my brain has pushed the numbers into the correct place. So, yes, you or Florian, first who to act.
Okay then.
Either one of you. I'm not fussy.
I can try and deprotect first, and then it'll be easy for you to attack if it goes
Yeah.
through. So I'll do that. So, wait, I'm not close enough. Am I? Nope, I need to move 5 feet. Hang on. Boop. Boop. There we
Florian,
go.
watch out for
now.
that landmine! No.
Oh no. Anyway. Roll a wisdom saving throw. DC or
This should be
where are my
interesting.
DCs? Oh right.
It's a wisdom
13.
save. So the DC is
Roll
13.
low.
Oh my god, what's the name of this song?
DC 13 wisdom save I need to make, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
That is a 6.
Ah, yes. So you have the guy has -2 AC for duration. Where is duration? 2 rounds.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
Okay.
Well then.
Was I have explained how I managed to cock up the initiative order as epically as I did.
No worries.
Was how my brain does initiative clashes, but everybody rolled like the same number, so I was like, eh. Okay, so Scoria, it's now you.
Okie dokie. So I will be jumping attacking.
Okay.
That's just a 20. Sorry.
23. Okay.
Yep.
So let me do the math real quick. Okay, so you will get +2 to hit, 2d8 damage dice. That's including the base benefit you get. So
2, 3 hit. So, natural 20.
fuck me. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's that total?
What? This fucking dice.
It loves.
I want to eat it.
You have
Do it.
Consume.
you have found what I have as my DM dice, and I have been using this dice since I got it. It loves me, it hates
So
me at the
that's
same time.
29 to hit.
29 hits.
So I'm gonna roll the d12 first and do the damage multiplication because the jump attack doesn't get any bonus. It doesn't multiply on a crit.
Mhm.
That's 8 plus 5, which is 13. So
13.
that's 26. That's the crit damage, and then a 2d8, which is 11 extra, so 37 total.
37 total. Boom. Popped it in.
Does
There
it seem
you
to
go.
have any resistances?
Hmm?
Does it seem to have any resistance to the damage?
Nope.
Why the fuck do I have
You're level 2.
percentile
Why would I throw something with damage resistance at you?
I don't know. Maybe it's like
Because
one
you're
damage resistance.
you!
Hey, I'm mean.
Because you're
I'm
you.
Whoa, that's
I'm
a
mean.
little unfair.
I'm mean, but I'm not unreasonable.
Hmm.
You are level 2. Maybe when you're like level 6 or 7, I might throw something at you with some small resistances.
The DM is a very gracious, humble, and loving individual. You can't say that. about
Unless I'm talking about myself, in which case I am never humble and I insult myself to such a point where humbleness seems like a suggestion. Anyway,
Now look what you fucking done. You set him
Mocha.
off.
you fucking started it. Anyway, Mocha,
Actually, I started it, but
close enough. Somebody started it. Mocha, fork him. Not.
Yes, darling.
Oh.
I rolled. You remember when my soul left my spirit earlier?
Yeah.
I rolled a nat 20. That's why that
Oh.
happened.
Okay.
And
Fair.
I forgot. Hang on. 42.
So what? 42
42
damage.
damage. Yeah.
Okay. Look at you being prepared.
I know.
Okay, so that's your turn then, is it?
Oh yeah, I need
Yeah.
to actually move like one closer. There we go.
Yeah.
That's my turn, darling. Love you. Kisses, more.
Okay, so next person to act then is Mason, who takes axe in hand and proceeds to swing at this man,
Chop.
rolling a 13 to hit. That hits thanks to the deprotect effect that is active. Fuck me.
I'm amazed that D20 actually got off.
It's because you guys are so used to fighting high-powered monsters that have like really fucking high saves, so it's a culture shock to you
Or
guys
I
when you
just
come back
mean.
down.
It genuinely is.
And with both hands on the thing, he swings down, and hits the fucker, doing 12 points of slashing damage. And that is the end of Mason's turn. Xavier continues to have his spell charged and ready, and holds his action, meaning it is the bandit captain's turn.
Uh-oh.
Spewing obscenities in a language that only Hugmug is familiar with, speaking his native tongue, speaking his native tongue of Ursian, he Okay, sorry,
What does he say?
I flipped tabs and saw something that I did not want to see.
Oopy poopy.
He starts swearing.
Reasonable reaction.
Yeah, I'll give him that. I too would be swearing if a tiny child had just whacked me with a fucking fork.
True, but he starts cussing and saying some rather unpleasant statements as he draws his short sword and has his dagger in his other hand, one of his two daggers in his other hand, and he moves towards Scoria, and he swings at you. There's a 14 hit.
Misses by 1.
He then brings the dagger down at you, missing. He then brings the short sword around on you again, with his second action, rolling a 16 to hit.
Damn it, that hits.
You take 6 points of slashing damage as his blade swings and it carves open some of the flesh on one of your arms. And that is the end of his turn. Next person to act is Hugmug.
Oh yeah.
So there's not much point in me doing that. We're gonna do another spell.
Okay. What are you casting, Hugmug?
Could I cast Deprotect?
He has Deprotect active on him currently.
Oh.
You are
Whoops.
welcome to cast Deprotect on him again, as you will have a longer duration on your Deprotect than Florian will. But that won't really make too much of a change.
You got any other debuffs?
Yeah, no, probably not a good one. I have one that does -2 against spell saves, but I don't know if you guys are using spells or bonky sticks.
It would make it easier for you to reapply Deprotect on another turn when it eventually wears off.
My
Do
only
you have any
attack
buffs
spell.
besides Mock?
Yeah, I have True Strike. Does anyone need a +20 to hit?
It's self-targeting. So
Oh, just
True
me?
Strike, yeah, True Strike will only boost your hit rate. As you'll notice on the targets column, it says self.
Sorry, guys.
No worries. If you want to use it on yourself, go for it.
You
Bonk
get-
him on the bonks.
Yeah, there's no judgment. You guys are all getting used to new classes, which are drastically different to what you were playing before.
So I've genuinely never played a character like this. So I'm very sorry that I'm very slow, and I promise I'm trying.
You have all the time in the world. Take the time you need.
Okay, I think maybe we just do bonky stick. Let me move forward.
Okay. 30 feet. Movement. You have enough movement speed to get up in his face. Yeah, you do. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Am I
So-
close enough there? I feel like I am.
Yeah, you're within range.
Amazing. It's just such a small target this time. I'm used to all these fat asses.
Asses.
Okay, I'm gonna roll to hit.
Okay.
Big maths. 23 to hit.
That hits.
Yippee. Okay, 1d10 plus 4. Wow, so easy. Why was Alice's bonky stick never this easy?
Oh, simple. Because you guys have gotten like I said, you guys have gotten really used to the previous campaign where numbers upscaled real freaking quickly.
Okay, 9.
9 damage. Okay. You end
Oh, I'm being the.
So you end up swinging and hitting this man in the side of the face. You hear him audibly grunt as you hear a slight crunch. And he spits out one of his teeth. Marcel,
And can I swear back at him in
for
the same language?
go for it. He looks a little startled as you say a bad word. As you say
Wow.
I'm picturing like Mike drops an F-bomb and he's just like, wait, what? Somebody else can understand my language? Uh-oh.
Yes.
Marcel rolls to hit with his rapier, rolling a 20 to hit. A dirty 20.
A naughty 20. Ooh.
Ooh, seductive 20.
A 20 that needs punishing. Okay,
Mm.
that hits.
Yeah! Rolling a 1d8 and an 8 on the dice for
Saucy.
for
total.
13 damage, piercing.
Okay.
And he's going to spell combat here,
Mm-hmm.
and with his other hand, blast the guy in the face with fire.
Okay, roll to hit. This is where he rolls a nat 1, actually hits.
This would be so funny.
Okay, look through.
I'm ready to laugh.
Does 16 hit?
Yes.
16
Aw.
hits.
16
Going
hits.
to mod the damage modifier.
Okay. Where it says mod, you can actually get it to...
That is 36 fire damage.
Fuck me. Oh, right, yeah, because...
I mocked the damage
Oh,
modifier.
right, yes.
Because I doubt this guy's got much in the way of spells.
So
since he
how
didn't
much
use
damage
any
total,
yet.
sorry?
36 fire and 13 piercing.
Yeah, I got the piercing. 36 fire damage. Okay. He looks a little horrified as you char some of his fur off of him. Florian, we're back to you. Round 2.
Oh dear, it's Florian time.
It's
Word does
Florian.
not look good. Okay,
Also,
I'm
I also
gonna.
want to say that Marcel looks over his shoulder to see if Xavier approves of him stabbing and charring the guy.
You are not being observed, it would seem.
Oh, okay.
Although you can't really tell because the person you're looking for is not there.
If I go here,
What is that? What?
That's a line I think you drew on yourself by accident.
Okay, oopsie doopsie. I will go here, and my width is 15 feet apparently.
Yep.
So I will.
Florian's the perfect person to send in to deal with that slutty 20.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe because you have a whip.
Okay, I rolled very good. That's
Ooh.
a how do I add numbers? Hang on a second. 25
25. That definitely
to hit.
hits.
My damage isn't that great. Hang on.
I think it's a 1d4
Yeah,
plus 5.
It's a D4 plus 4.
Oh, d4 plus 4. Yes, if you have 19 dex.
6 piercing damage.
So you crack the whip, and it hits him straight in the face, and you watch as you recline the whip back to you to get ready to strike again with it for your next attack.
Why's Florian got a purple line?
Because Florian drew a purple line by accident. Stop being distracted.
Florian!
Stop being distracted. You can't say anything. You're just as fucking bad.
No, I can't.
Anyway,
Tee.
you notice that you've left quite the significant cut mark across his left cheek that will perfectly match the big bruise on the right side of his face from Hugmug's hammer. Anyway,
Okay.
Scoria, thou art next.
Wait, what?
Unless, oh wait, shit, Florian, have you? No, you haven't finished your turn, have you? Because you've got
Wait.
bonus action. What?
Was that
Do
Florian's second action?
No. Oh,
No,
first
my
and only action. He cracked the whip.
Okay.
He cracked the whip, and I decided.
Well, I
to
meant
be...
turn. Sorry, turn.
Yes.
Is this the
No.
third turn?
This is round 2. This is
my
round 2.
third turn.
Okay, gotcha.
You're out of practice.
No, I'm just dumb as shit.
Let me check my ability. Can I have multiple draws up at a time
Yes.
or not?
Yeah.
I can.
You can.
Do we need it? I feel like he's pretty not looking very good. I'll leave it. I will leave that as it is and end my turn there.
Okay. So either Scoria or Mocha, since you two moved before the bandit captain, either of you want to hop in and strike this bitch, go for it.
Up to you, Scoria Boria Boo.
Player.exe has stopped working.
Are we trying to kill? I'm guessing we're
But
not
yeah, I
going to
don't
kill
know.
this guy.
I mean,
Are
he
we?
did just try to kill you by stabbing you, so yes.
But it was in self-defense.
I mean,
He
he was muttering about shivering the next guy that comes along.
It's very
Yeah, but don't you
clear.
also make death threats?
Roll insight.
That I can hear the begrudgingness in your
One of
voice.
you two roll insight. No, because the only way I can resolve this is by getting
I'm
one of
rolling
you to
inside.
check.
I rolled a 2 on the dice with a 5.
I got
What's happening?
14.
Okay. Scoria, you're not clear what this man's intent is. Mocha, you figure out pretty goddamn quickly he plans on slaughtering you all and checking your remains for any possessions that he may use to basically get from point A to point B.
Very cool, very cash money of him. Okay, I'm gonna beat the shit out of this bitch. 24 to hit.
That hits.
And can I
Okay.
have a 10 on the damage, please?
Yep.
Thank you,
10
darling.
10 points of damage. Boop. Okay. So that is the end of Mocha's turn, meaning Scolia, if you would like to go before
And then I jumped.
you go boing. Okay?
That's it's just going downhill from here. That's an 18 on the acrobatics.
Okay, you will only receive a +1 to hit and the 1d8 damage. As you did not beat the DC by 5 in any capacity.
Sad. So that's a... Opens up combat page. 23 to hit.
That hits.
It's 11. Oh, that's really fucking. So that's 12.
12 points of damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and I have fast healing, don't I? So I just.
2 hit points back.
Oh.
Yeah. So,
If only I could hit with the butt of my lance.
you watch as, seemingly from out of thin air,
Jesus
appears
Christ.
Xavier, swinging Great Axe down. Rolling a 25 to hit. Doing 7 points of slashing damage. Decapitating the guy.
Oh,
Jesus.
who's catching his head?
Not
It
with
does
you.
not-
Get covered in blood.
It does not go anywhere, because he has, the way that his neck armor has been positioned, the head has been severed, but it is stuck within the confines of the armor.
Oh. So it's like pulling a tablecloth off.
But the stuff is still on the table.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god, that's so skillful.
Have won the fight. Congratulations.
Woohoo!
Update your little victory fanfare noise as you have leveled up.
My
Oh
god.
my god.
I look to my right to see Marcel's players popped open the actual like game fanfare. That's adorable. So, yeah.
Well, does he have anything on him? Investigation check.
You're turning your attention to what he may have on his person
I-
rather than what may be in the crate.
Turns toward crate.
Oh, the crate is far more important.
The crate.
Great time, great time.
Okay.
Loot box, yay!
Okay,
Looper.
so you go over to the crate, and you realize that it is going to require 2 of you to be pulling at the 2 handles on top of the crate to release the pressure of the lid itself.
I couldn't do it.
You will need
I
somebody
don't
else
know.
to pull it as
Big
well.
I
muscles.
shall help.
Scoria and
I
Hugmug.
shall help.
I shall cheer you both on.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'll join Florian. Go, go, go!
So it's Scoria and Hugmug pulling the seals.
Yeah.
Roll
Yes.
strength checks.
Right.
With my sexy
Monkey,
advantage.
And Scoria, I'm presuming you're using your unslashed arm to pull.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll also mug it.
go for it.
Because why not?
Yeah, everybody apart from Marcel still has Mog active right now.
That's an 11.
And Hugmug?
I'm trying to find my bonus. Give me a second.
If you're looking for just your flat strength bonus, it's on a combat page. There's a little section that says base stat checks. I have it listed there.
Is there?
There is.
I just used the ability score and stuff.
23.
23.
Where
Okay.
is- There it is.
Yeah, it's on there, so basically you can use your combat page as a quick reference.
Oh,
Excuse
If it's
me.
not a... If it's not a...
I always forget that's there.
Don't worry, there's a lot of stuff on this sheet that
Remember
I've had to
my-
take account of.
Right.
So, you Gucci. Don't
I'm
worry.
also used to just using the modifier on the stats.
Fair. It's because I've only recently added that in. So yeah, you start pulling, and you hear this hissing sound as the lid of the crate slowly relieves pressure. And partway through, Scoria, your arm starts to give out. And you end up having to let go of the handle as your wrist starts making this horrible crunching sound from
Ooh.
how hard you're having to keep hold of it.
Fuck.
And the handle is taken from you by Xavier, flashing you a little smile. It is okay. You are not exactly in the best state. As he nods towards your bleeding arm. You might want to get that checked.
Hasn't she been fast healing?
Yes, she has. But the thing is, with fast healing, it is your body regenerating and healing. It is not closing wounds, so you could still be bleeding out.
Could I cast Cure?
You may.
Thank you.
That is 16 health
Okay.
back.
And so you're pulling between Xavier and Hugmug, you manage to hold onto it long enough that the pressure from the container is fully released, and the lid lets out a little pop sound.
How big is the container?
It is about it's like a 5 by 5 foot cube, basically.
Picturing almost like they have
about
like circuses or something like that sort of size.
Kind of. Think BG3 crate.
Like a washing machine size?
Yes,
No,
exactly.
okay.
Like a large washing machine.
Like a very large washing machine.
Yeah. So the lid pops, and you can take it off to reveal its contents.
Do we hear anything from the inside?
No, you hear nothing.
Oh.
Though the thought does come to mind that if they took Helga in a certain state, they may have sedated her. At least that's the first presumption that your more medicinally inclined mind goes towards. Who's opening
You say
it?
cocoa melon?
No.
What
Open
the
it.
fuck?
That's so
Oh!
far off. Moko, that's so far off. Who's opening the
Will
lid?
it take a strength check?
It would not
Yes.
require a strength check.
Okay, then I'll take a look.
Yes.
Cautiously.
Florian, are you tall enough to actually prop the lid open?
Yes.
I can jump.
So Florian and Scoria pull the lid off the top. It drops to the ground with a loud clunk sound before it hits the snow, before it bounces off some of the wood and hits the snow. And inside, you find a large package. But you are... Did you fucking laugh?
No.
You child!
Oh, not that package! I just thought
No.
it was crack.
Sorry, I just hear like I say that and then I just hear this from my left. You are immature. Anyway, inside there is a large package in what appears to be ribbon, wrapped up in a neat little container. You are
Does it
met with a
smell
dismay.
like Helga?
It does not. And you notice that there is no trace of your matron within this container. It is, however, the correct thing that she should have been taken away in. But there is no trace of her inside of this container.
Well,
What is in the package?
Are you going to reach in and take it?
I will
Wait.
ask. Hey guys, should we look in the package?
yes, we came all the way here. We should
Okay, I will
please
look
at
for any like trap-looking things, anything that will
The only
kill me if I.
The only thing you notice, Florian, as you like kind of dip your fingers towards the thing, thinking there's gonna be like a bear trap or something, is that your magical power seems to disappear from whatever limb you place inside of the container. Almost as though it's being suppressed. So whatever this item is, has enough magical strength to it that they felt it necessary to put it within this container.
That's worrying. Can I open it from within the container?
You may.
Okay,
So
I'll
you
try
climb.
that.
You end up climbing into the container because of the size of it, and because of your stature. You open it, and it is a deck of cards that seem to be incredibly valuable in appearance. They are the seams of them are gold lined, and they have incredibly detailed designs on them.
Does it look familiar?
Roll me a history check.
I feel like me and Scoria are thinking the same thing. Where is history? History. Beep beep beep. There we go. 11.
11. It feels like home. You're not sure why. Not like home you came from, but this feels like a part of yourself that you're not familiar with. As though there is something about this deck of cards that tugs at the strands of you as a person.
What? Little old moi.
Mm-hmm. There is something
Okay, I
within
will
you that is deeply
slowly
connected.
move them out of the crate.
And as you climb out the crate with your little prize in hand, you are hit with a vision, as though the world freezes for a moment. And in your mind, you are intuitively aware that the deck that you are currently holding in this container is a Farseer's deck, the deck of many fates. And that for each card that is pulled, it will give you knowledge of your future. And that whilst these cards don't inherently cause these futures to come true, it will angle your fate towards that drawn future. And that this deck of cards has something deeply ingrained with your very being, as though this is a part of you, a natural extension of yourself.
I'll just kind of get out the crate and just kind of stare at them.
Gloria,
I'm not sure.
What is it, Gloria?
everything okay?
Oh, I don't know. It just seems like
I think you've seen a ghost.
mine. They're cards. I think it's a deck of many fates.
What does that mean?
It means that he's having an acid trip, clearly. They are just cards. What is so fancy and important about them?
They can tell the future.
They can what?
Isn't that just
You serious?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
How do you know? Can you see the future?
I don't know. I just kind of know.
well, is it worth giving them a shot?
Maybe it will help us find Metro.
Florian, you are consciously aware that you would be capable of easily manipulating these cards to function as intended if you spent a little bit of time setting up the appropriate ritual for it.
And then I could find out something about
You could,
where.
yeah, you could roll these
Matron.
cards and pull the cards to, and you have a feeling you may be able to learn more about the fate of Matron or where she is if you did so. But you are aware that there is a deep-seated discomfort in your stomach as the thought occurs to you that these cards may not all inherently be good in nature. Fate is a fickle thing. It could be good, it could be bad. And depending on what cards are pulled, it could mean a good fate or a bad fate.
I think first we should leave here just in case that behemoth or anything else
And it would be a
comes.
bit embarrassing for us to get caught with our pants down.
Anything that could smell the blood.
Yeah. Are you okay, Scoria? And Mason looks a little teary. You okay?
Yeah.
It looked like it hurt. And he ends up kicking the lifeless corpse. Screw you. And stare people. It's a mean thing to do. I mean, take that. Take bastard. Oh. And he ends up side-eyeing Xavier and Marcel as he says this. As though trying to assess the reception of his attempt at being cool.
I
You
give
okay,
a thumbs
buddy?
up.
You working through something?
I'm being mysterious. Powerful.
Oh, okay. Right.
What? Was that
He
not?
nods and smiles.
He seems
In a genuine way.
convinced that he's come off as really cool, and you notice he puffs out his chest a little bit with pride. So, Xavier, you can be cool like me. I'll teach you. Please don't. And so you end up making your way back towards the city. And you notice that occasionally there's a mage.
Did the bandit guy have anything on him?
No, he did not.
Nah.
Nothing that would be worth your time. Even his weapons were rusted and damaged in nature. Fortunately, a short sword wasn't there, otherwise Scoria would be rolling for tetanus.
God, Jesus, don't think about that.
I'm pulling a leg. I
I
wouldn't.
can't believe this. I get fantasy
Well,
tetanus.
let's save against disease. Tetanus.
I'm mean, but I'm not that mean. So you end up making your way back to the inn in the city, and you notice that on your way back, the occasional cleric or mage will look over in your direction, as though feeling some unnoticed force passing by them.
I'm just gonna like nudge Florian. That must be some seriously powerful shit you got there.
And so you manage to get back to the inn. You manage to get back to the inn. And it's a little later. Anila comes by, Mason informs her of what happened. As you guys end up helping Florian set up a little ritual in the middle room that you all share. It's like a share, yeah, you're like sharing one of these rooms. And the lights are down, there's little circles of salt and like flower petals on the floor, the big candle in the middle, and surprisingly enough, Xavier has joined your little circle. Mason seems fascinated by this idea. Xavier comes and sits with you as Florian works through this little ritual to start pulling from the deck of many fates. And I'm going to give you guys a second to just quickly chit chat between each other in character whilst I go and get some water.
So how does it work? You just sort of take cards from it and read them?
Yeah, so I think I pull card. I set up the. So I pull cards from the deck, and depending on what I pull, it'll affect
And
how things go.
not all of them are good.
No, not all of them are good.
To what extent is they not good? Like, is it you will stub your toe the next time you go walking down the stairs? Or is it you will fall down the stairs
No,
and
that would
and
happen
die?
to you.
Well, anything that could happen might.
Why don't you pull a card now?
The ritual's
No,
not
that's a
finished
good
yet, Bugby.
idea.
I'm too excited.
I return.
I know, we are.
Hello, return.
And,
Okay, so I've set it up, and now all I have to do is pull cards.
yes, there are 52 cards in this deck, and you notice that a couple of them are slightly discoloured from each other, though you imagine that's partly to keep them varied, and it might be different materials. Who are you drawing a card for first?
If I pull a card for
If you have
someone,
you can pull one for yourself, or if you focus on that person as you pull the card, then it will be their fate that is pulled, not yours.
do I know if any of them are like instant death or?
You do not have any sort of insight into that. This is an item beyond your true understanding. You just have an inherent intuition as to what to do with it to get it to work.
Is it safe to be playing with this?
No.
No.
Something's
Okay.
wrong.
Good to
Convincing.
know.
Well, I mean, I can volunteer as tribute if nobody's.
I want to do it.
Yeah, it's just a card game.
Yeah, it's
More
some
than a card
cards.
game.
If it's just a card game.
Who's going first?
I'll go.
Oh, Florian, pull the card. Pull Hugmo's card. And he looks
Okay.
really excited, but he clearly has not understood the magnitude of what you're about to do.
And neither
It
has
might be good,
Bugmark.
but it also might be bad. So
Oh, it's just cards.
don't blame me if it's bad.
So this is an extremely powerful magical artifact.
Yeah, I knew that.
Mhm.
It is not just cards.
But yeah, I mean, what are you, stupid? And he looks a little bit indignant as he's very clearly trying to keep up a mask of sorts. So Florian, you pull the card.
Do I roll or something?
Who's it for?
For Hugmo,
Hugmark.
there are 52 cards in this deck.
You will spontaneously combust in the next 10 seconds.
I need to remember
Uh,
how to distribute.
Then we just cover him with water.
Like,
Have we? By the way, where
flames
are we
immune
right
to
now? Have we
water.
moved back? Or
Yeah, you're back. You're back in the
in the
You're back in the inn, yeah. So you are in the room that you, Hugmug, and Marcel were sleeping in the night before.
Okay. Pull a card for Hugmug.
Okay. And you notice the energy of the deck seems to shift. Okay.
That sounded positive from the DM. I don't think Hugmug's going to die.
Are you rolling or am I rolling? Or what's happening?
You will need to roll this dice digitally, because it is not an actual dice. But roll me a d42 using the Roll20 dice roller.
42?
Okay, that's interesting.
Oh, because...
Roll
Yes, because I can't.
1d42.
Wait, 42?
Yes.
Not 52?
36. What does this mean?
Oh. Okay, yeah. No. So once you pull this card, what is that card? You end up shuffling through, pull out the card, and place it face up. It appears to be a card of a blossoming flower that has
Ooh.
wilted edges to it,
Oh,
as though it is both blooming and wilting at the same speed.
that
And
felt really good.
Florian, you are hit with a vision of Hugmug as a baby, being held by a rather lovely-looking woman. Should really have some proper backing music for this. And you notice that she is being harassed by the other women of the village. So going to put what is playing. But you notice that she is being harassed by the other women of the village that are clearly lesser than her in status, but are constantly pestering her about why her child looks nothing like her. Which ends up with her leaving her baby in the woods.
What does the card say? What does it mean?
And just for the rest of you all to have context, Florian's eyes have rolled up into his head, and the whites of his eyes glimmer like starlight, as though he is being possessed by something.
Florian, you okay?
He seems perfectly fine from the outside.
Except the eyes.
Yeah, except from the eyes. You notice that the next part of this vision you see is the woman from... You can't see above her chin or below her chest, but you notice that she is wearing one of the necklaces that you have been using to identify your attackers. And then the vision ends.
Oh. That didn't look like the future.
What does
I
it
think
say?
it was your mother. She was wearing one of the necklaces.
What does that mean?
I think you'll be fine.
Okay.
Who are you pulling a card for next?
Oh, we're all getting a card. Cool.
I mean, I see no reason why you guys wouldn't want to pull a card. So if you want to, you can.
Cool.
If not, don't.
I volunteer, please.
Can I pull a card for someone who isn't here?
No.
No. That's how it works. Okay.
As you think of this, it hits you like a tidal wave. You cannot do such a thing. Only those
can't pull it
fates
for, like,
within this
Olga or-
circle can be you can only tug at the strands of those fates who are here. Mocha, are you volunteering yourself
Someone-
for tribute?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Mocha wants one. Okay. Okay, I'll pull a card for Mocha. Do I roll the same number?
Yep. So it's D41. Since one of these
Roll
cards is
one,
already
because-
down, face up.
Mm-hmm. Cool. 19.
19. Okay. Okay. You pull a card, and appears to be a cooking pot, bubbling with soup.
Oh, Mocha.
And there is an argument between a Quoo woman and a Mithran man about feeding steaming hot soup to their baby. The Quoo seems to have no understanding of why feeding her baby with hot soup is a problem, and the Mithran father is clearly losing his mind a little bit. It then cuts to... The vision then cuts to said baby being forgotten about as it wanders away on its own. And the vision ends on a cup of coffee in a window. And that is the end of the vision.
Oh, Mocha, I saw your parents.
Wait, really? What were they
Mhm.
like?
They were arguing,
Oh.
and
So,
then
what were
they
they
forgot
arguing about?
about you, and you wandered away.
Oh,
Oh. Well,
so you're seeing the past?
Yeah.
Was there anything that would suggest anything else? Because you obviously received the past. Was there anything else?
Florian, roll a wisdom save.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Okay, good number. Where is my... Alright, saves. Is it mad? Oh, it won't make a difference, actually. Wisdom +4. 19.
You fail. You
Oh,
cannot
no.
lie within the circle. As the Farseer amongst you, the thought goes through your mind. You cannot lie. The visions you are seeing are past and present. They start as the past and flit to the present. Each transition between past, at the end of the past sequence of the past, allures to a section of the future.
I'm confused. Which part was the future part?
The
Guessing the
future
coffee.
part was the coffee mug on a windowsill. Which, whilst may sound like the past, it is a different part of that vision.
Okay. And then there was coffee. And I think that's the future.
really know. Yeah, my name is Mocha, but that's not coffee.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Would you like to pull another card? Be it for the same person or for a new person.
I might do it. Can I do it for myself?
You may.
Okay. I'll pull a Florian card.
Roll a d40. So a card has been pulled for Mocha, and a card has been pulled for... Who else had a card pulled?
Oh, hard mode.
1
Hardmug.
E40.
Yes, yeah, hard mode.
3.
You see a vision of a swaddled up baby being carried by two feline parents wearing regal gowns threaded from purple silk with silver adornments, seeing the future themselves in a similar manner to how you are currently looking at fate. The vision moves. They move. And they leave this swaddled baby in a patch of flowers. The vision then changes as it transitions from past to future, where you see both of these parents scarred and aged, praying at the shrine of a goddess that you do not know the name of. But her arms are spread as though she is both inviting and yelling at somebody.
statue or the
The statue.
parents?
The statue
Okay.
looks as though she is both inviting someone for a warm hug and making herself look as large as possible to scare someone. And that is where the vision ends.
Gloria,
What is it?
I saw a statue, and I know you know about god stuff more. It was it a goddess, by the way?
Yes, it was.
It was a god. It was a goddess who looked kind of like it was inviting, and another way, like it was scaring someone off.
Shall I roll a religion check to see if I can deduce from that? Hey! Jesus Christ, this dice. You want to guess what dice number I rolled?
1 or
Oh,
20?
it was a 20.
A good one.
Yeah, it was a natural 20 for a 23 total. I want to eat this dice. Like, why can't I have this luck on a regular basis? The fuck? One pursue there.
Sorry, what was the check total? My brain just
It
blipped.
was it was 23 total.
The goddess that Florian is describing to you rings a bell. The goddess Etro.
Etro.
Mm-hmm.
I think the goddess that they were praying to was Etro.
Who is that?
Proceeds to elaborate.
So the goddess Etro is the hostess and receptionist, and the balance between life and death, chaos and rebirth. She is one of the few gods that is partly in control of the circle of life. She is the point between death and birth itself. Some may call her the Grim Reaper, others may call her the Birth Mother. But her name is commonly scorned, for she gifts her followers with the ability to see the future. Her farseers. Much in the same manner that you are currently doing, Florian.
So, when I was when the vision was of the parents holding a baby, you said like they were like seeing back or something.
So the parents, which you assume are yours based on how they look, the flowers situation, just resembling that of what Helga has described to you when she found you, they appear to be using the same method you are currently doing to see fate itself. So they are using a deck of many fates to see what their future may be. You are not sure what they're looking for.
That is so weird.
Would you like to pull another card?
Oh, did I see them using a deck of many fates?
Yes, you did.
Did it look like the same one?
No.
It did not. Okay, cool. That would be whack. Does anyone else want a card?
Sure, I'll bite.
Marcel. I assume I'm rolling a D 39.
Yes, you are.
7. Lucky number 7. Good for you.
Yeah. You pull a card, and you see a hectic storm raging through the lands. You see a cart, a caravan being shredded by the winds. Destruction being wrought upon all of those within. And a mother and father hiding their child underneath the cart, underneath one of the collapsed caravan carts. Hiding him underneath a metal container that has been upturned with little holes in it. And you recognize the baby from his ginger hair and little hands. You are seeing Marcel's past. It then flips to a rather dreary-looking innkeeper in what you presume is the future. Of what you assume is a rather old-looking Marcel, being handed a large bag of money, tries to dispute, but the giver of this gill refuses to take no for an answer. Followed by receiving a letter of good news, which is very clearly days after the coin giver has left. And whatever is in that letter makes the old man look elated. And the vision ends with him rushing out of the door with a bag of his possessions slung over his back.
So we can't see this, only Florian.
Only Florian can.
What did you see?
So I saw the caravan with your parents in
Yes.
destroyed, and they hid you behind a container.
Okay.
And then I saw an innkeeper that looked like you but really old.
Yes.
Being handed money and then a letter, and he looked happy about the letter.
Okay. I'm pretty sure it's my grandfather. As we learned yesterday.
It is not clear to you, Florian, if that is actually his grandfather or not. But you are not allowed to specify.
Because I don't know.
Your fate as a Farseer is to be an arbiter of fate, not to change it.
It must be my grandfather, because I literally just found out about the Ramza Inn with a man who looks a lot like me, but quite old. What does that mean?
Oh, Finagle next. Do it, do it.
Sure. This is Mason, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So roll one. I roll a 1 and he just evaporates.
Oh.
No, I haven't rolled yet. Hang on. 30. Wow.
You pull a card,
Does he evaporate?
and it is that of a milk can, which seems oddly comical. As you see a vision of Mason with Belle and 7 other various siblings of different heights, hair colors, eye colors, and ages, sitting around a table, having dinner together, followed by the vision of of Mason sitting in bed, pondering what appears to be a very intense series of thoughts. He has the atmosphere about him as though he is going to do something reckless and dangerous to his own well-being, judging by the look on his face. The vision ends. Well, what'd you see? Did you see baby Mason?
I saw you and 7 other siblings and Belle eating together.
Yeah. I miss having Sunday dinner together. It was nice. Yeah.
Then I saw you sitting in bed, seeming like you were going to do something that maybe you shouldn't.
Oh. Well, I mean... And he looks over at Xavier and very quietly mutters to you, Florian. I mean, I try and keep my personal activities to myself, but duly noted. It's completely flown over his head that you mean he's contemplating doing something he shouldn't in a dangerous sense.
So, I mean like something dangerous, not like...
Oh, you don't need to scare me. It's fine. So, you have pulled a card for everybody apart from Scoria and Xavier.
Scoria, do you want one?
Goria shrugs.
Xavier, do you want one?
I suppose so.
Okay,
It's a good bit.
I'll do Xavier. Time to roll a number. Roll 1d37. 10. Oh, this is gonna be depressing as shit.
How do you pull as a well? And it showed you are hit with the vision of a little boy, little dear boy, with his antlers clipped off, as though somebody has gone at them with a pair of garden shears, crying in a dark room on his own, in silence. The only thing that reverberates back is the sound of his own sob. Then, the vision changes to the sight of a heavily wounded, injured Xavier stuck in the bottom of a hole of some sort. It is not descriptive as to what it is, but it looks like some sort of ventilation shaft or well. He is stuck down. And it is very clear from the sounds coming up from that tunnel that whatever is down there is going to kill him. And then the vision ends. Well,
Oh.
see.
Well, I saw you as a child crying, and then you stuck in some kind of hole with something that wants to kill you, I think.
That is ridiculous. I do not get
So,
killed. I
avoid
don't play.
holes.
The only holes that I get stuck in are those of my friends.
Okay.
But you do. Anyway, this is bullshit. Pull another card. Let's see what happens.
You want another one for you?
Duh.
Okay.
It is stupid.
Roll
You don't need
one.
to roll any further.
Oh.
As you start getting used to the pulling motion of these cards, and though it is not a thought of your own, You are aware that you are playing the role of a Farseer, just as you should. A weaver of fate, but not one who tugs the strands. As you pull the next card, it is a skull.
Uh-oh.
With the card being titled Shatter. As you are hit with the vision of Xavier, abandoned, alone, looking like his current self, before he disappears from you, disintegrating before your very eyes, before the vision leaves, and you are brought back to the room. Lord, let me guess something fucking stupid again.
Well, Xavier, my friend, you disintegrated.
See, I told you this is bullshit. Roll
I
a
hope you're
wisdom
right.
check, Florian.
Okay. Did I lie?
Nope. But as a Farseer, I
Um,
will allude you as to what you are currently dealing with. What was
Natural
unique about
20.
that card? Okay. You're aware that that
Today's
card.
session has natural 20s.
Hell yeah. The card that you just pulled is what would be referred to from the Deck of Many Fates as a true death card.
Oh my god.
This card is one of many potential endings to this strand of fate, and is directly connected to the actions and beliefs that that person will take. This is a fate that can be averted if the soul strand that is weaving this fate is rediverted. It's cryptic. You're not quite sure what it means, but it means something.
I think we'll have to keep an eye on you, Xavier.
No, you don't need to do that. You're just trying to scare me. I'm not stupid.
Why would I try to scare you?
I don't need to answer that.
Okay. Well, now that card's out of the mix. Goria, do you want one?
Sure. Like,
Okay,
not
cool.
that everyone, somewhat curious, but that's instant.
I pull a card for Scoria. Do I roll?
Yep. It's taking me a second
I
to...
rolled. Okay.
No, sorry.
Roll.
Sorry. No. I was rolling which card it was. My bad.
Oh, you were rolling. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. My brain flatlined
Okay.
for a second. I was like, yes, wait, no. I'm rolling the card. You pull the card, and it poofs into a little cloud of glitter and sparkles
The fuck?
as the card itself has a little rainbow on it.
Oh my god, I'm gay.
And you're hit with
And
the
Scoria becomes gay.
I can't.
you
The
are
gay
hit
card.
with a vision. The vision of a child in a hamper floating down a river, being collected by a matron whose face is blurred somewhat in this vision. You can't
That's
quite
weird.
make out who she is in that equation.
Were any of the other faces blurred?
No, it is just matron's face that is blurred. And then the vision changes to the same blurred face, looking through bars at you. whoever's eyes you are looking through. Before the lance that you have in your hands busts open the lock to this cell to free its occupant. And the vision ends.
I'm just writing down frantically.
That's perfectly fine. I'll
Okay.
try and make sure I get the VOD dropped so you can go back and make notes if you really want.
I've got them.
Okay,
Don't worry.
sweet.
So I saw you floating down the river, and then I think Matron picked you up, but her face was blurred, and no one else is blurred so far. So that's strange.
Perhaps
then-
it is because there is no biological component between the two of us. So far, everyone else that you have seen has been related to the person whose vision that you had done. But that is just speculation.
Maybe. And then I saw Matron behind bars. She was broken out a lance, so that's good. Well, not the bars thing, but the breaking out.
That's
Hope, I guess.
that's great. That means we find her. That's excellent news.
Are we sure that that's an accurate vision?
Exactly, these cards are stupid.
They're
It didn't
kind
read
of fun.
like that.
Oh, Xavier is going to die. Big fucking wolf. So what, do we keep the glowing cards? Do we leave it here? What are we doing?
I'm not sure.
Unless anyone else wants more cards pulled, I think I'll just put.
Well, we know what we came for. We know that we find her. I don't know if drawing more cards would let us know more about how we find her or what we need to do.
Well, it's fine. If you get me to keep pulling cards, I'll get all the bad ones, clearly.
No.
I don't think there's anything that you would get extra after that card.
Typical.
What, you can't draw any more cards?
Maybe if we pull another one for Scoria, I'll get more.
Kill me. Pull one more, and then that will be
One
it.
more. Yes. Okay. I pull another one for Scoria.
You pull another card? And you experience another vision. As you watch a young Genasi woman laying in a bed holding her just born baby, talking with what you can seems like some sort of avian male. You can't quite make out most of his being because he's just off to the side, so you can't fully see his person. And they appear to be talking. And then the vision cuts forward. To the sound of a screeching alarm. Bright red lights flashing, almost blindingly so. And what appears to be a hill dwarf male, wielding a blade in each hand, charging with the intent to kill. The vision ends. Following the general trend, this seems like a good card. As though it's a continuation of the previous vision. You feel no
It does,
negativity. Probably made that clear. There's no... every card you've pulled so far, bar the 2 cards you've pulled for Xavier, you have felt no negativity from them. The cards you pulled for Xavier have given you a negative feeling of some sort.
Okay, so I think your mother, Gloria, holding you, and then alarms and red lights and a dwarf charging with weapons and stuff. So I think that's after you or someone breaks out, matron.
Perhaps. Anyway. Enough with the cards. I think we should decide what to do next.
Yes, I think so too. And I put away my cards.
Okay? But you end the ritual.
Mm-hmm.
And after a few moments, the dear man gets up and storms out of the room. You can hear the door to the room that him and Mason were sharing slam with an incredible amount of force.
Oh, I don't think he liked the cards.
Yeah, I think he took that. They're just cards. Why is he acting like that? Seems a bit weird.
I think I should go talk to him.
Maybe
Only
not
if
the
you
best
want.
idea. No, I don't think that's the best idea.
But okay, maybe later. Let
Yep.
him calm down a bit.
Yeah, that might be for the best.
Okay.
Just for now. He reminds me of one of my older brothers who used to have some anger problems. I'm sure he'll sort himself out. If we don't, then we can just throw Marcel at him.
What do you know that?
What?
That's very true.
You seem like you know what you're doing dealing with him, so yeet.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he's pretty pissed at me right now.
How would he be pissed at you?
He points to the ring on his finger. Well, it's not got a ring on his finger. He can't wear it on his finger unless it makes him invisible. Oh, reasons.
Roll deception.
That's a 5.
He notices you're lying, but doesn't pursue it.
I didn't lie. I said reasons. I have reasons.
As in, he doesn't quite believe that you don't have a specific reason, and notices that you're hiding something. If I were to correct myself to be more appropriate.
Okay.
Okay.
He gave me something special. I tried to give it to Scoria to borrow to improve our stealthiness, just in case the thing that went really well earlier, that helped us get this, the fight with the bandit, went very, very differently.
Okay. So he's being like one of my older sisters, really grumpy and bitchy.
With me, maybe. But with this, no.
Maybe we should
This
get
is something
some
different.
What?
You might have a point there.
He ponders. Oh, what was it? What was it my sister used to say? Something about cranberry juice or something?
Cranberry juice?
I don't know.
Chocolate
Some-
and cranberry juice.
I don't know. I didn't really listen to her and my sisters when they were having girl talk. I was told I was allowed to sit in the room because I like guys.
Huh.
I was the little brother that they all just went, oh, look at him. He's so small. Now, big.
You are big. That is true.
And there is a big beaming smile that appears on his face the moment that you say that. Yeah.
I will go talk to him later.
Okay. So what are we doing now? We telling spooky stories or
Well, we're not playing any more fucking cards, that's for certain.
we could play Uno with them?
No,
No, you can't.
Okay.
they are very dangerous.
I'll play Uno with you.
And he reaches into his back pocket and pulls out a deck of cards.
Those, absolutely fine. Go for
Yeah.
it. Not those cards.
We should probably clean up the salt and rose petals on the floor, though. And he goes and grabs a dustpan and brush and starts cleaning up.
Really? They really add to the aesthetic of the room.
I've just swept half of them up. Oh, sorry.
I was joking. It's salt, it does not add anything.
It adds flavor.
I mean, I guess that's true.
To the
So-
floor?
I mean, depends on if it. Some people like licking floors, though. Maybe that's not a
Who likes licking floors?
people that live in chocolate houses.
I mean, I can't say that is not true.
He has a very meek expression in his face, as though he's trying to very quickly justify the very dumb thing he's just said. He
I think if you had a chocolate house, you'd have to live somewhere very cold. Otherwise, bugs and it would melt.
Yeah, it'd be sticky.
Unless it was very cold.
Yeah. And so he cleans up the floor, starts handing out the cards for everybody to play. So what's the plan now? What are we doing?
I guess we're playing cards.
I mean, with your event,
Uno.
right? The adventure. Hey, that's not how you play.
Well, we have a ticket to go so damn far,
Yeah.
and our next lead. So I guess we follow that. And as the cards say, somehow it leads us to her.
Right.
So I guess we just follow our heads.
Okay. So we should follow Scoria. She's know where she go. I think.
No.
I don't get it. This
The card tells the future.
he nods. Okay.
They also influence the future, making it more likely to happen.
Okay.
So we do not know. Doesn't mean the person involved knows anything more. It's just what is in their future.
Right.
Possibly.
There is a very clear blank expression on his face. He has no idea. I don't get it, but Scoria.
okay.
+4. Yellow. Wait. Yeah, yellow. As the night progresses on a little bit, you play this card game with Mason, and roll a d6.
Who wins?
Hugmug.
Yo!
Did you roll
I'm the best at
I did.
Uno.
I rolled a d6. And I attributed a random number to each
You
person.
win with a hand of 4 black balls.
Hugmug ends up winning the round in what results in an intense chain of plus fours being thrown around.
Who do they get hit by? Sorry, who gets hit by them?
Everybody puts down a +4 card, and it ends up on you, Marcel,
Oh, what's the shit?
with a healthy +16
Oh,
as Hugmug lands Uno
my family
and
have
finishes
betrayed
the
me.
game by putting down his final card. That is that +4.
Ugh. Rigged. This game is rigged.
I win again.
And you hear a very quiet knock at the door.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello. Might I speak with you? As a
Sorry, I
unfamiliar
just-
voice. Oh, sorry.
Square goes to open the door.
And as you open the door, you're met with the face of an old man. With a wrinkled, grey-furred snout, a little twitching nose with large whiskers, and long, ginger hair.
Oh.
I happen to have been informed by, and he looks at a piece of paper, Sky Reavers? That you know that somebody that I know is staying. Used to know.
What's
staying here.
What? What? What is it?
The squirrel is out the doorway. It would appear that we have
Oh my
family.
god!
And it's like looking at two different mirrors.
And
Standing in the
Marcel
doorway.
just stares at him in stunned silence, mouth agape.
He stares at you.
Is it
in
the
stunned
guy
silence.
from my vision?
Yes, it is Florian. The man from your vision was in fact Marcel's grandfather, who is standing in the doorway looking at his grandson with shock on his face.
Hello?
And he starts tearing up. After all these years, I thought you were dead. No, my boy, come here.
And Marcel runs towards him.
And he tries to pick you up, but he does not have the physical strength to do so. Oh, joyous day, I've been praying for years that you would be okay. And he wipes some tears from his eyes as he's
It's
got an arm around you.
He doesn't know what to say. He's just hugging him.
It's okay.
He's in tears.
It's okay, don't cry now. Come on. You're a Ramsey.
I am.
Save the big boy tears for a moment. How are you doing? You okay? Nobody's hurt you.
No?
And he looks you over.
And he has his head buried in his chest.
And then he starts crying on you. As a little tearful reunion.
It's nice to meet you.
Likewise. Oh, goodness.
How did you get here? Where did you come from? Who are you?
Well, my name is Darius Ramsey. I'm your grandfather. You wouldn't be old enough to know the names of your mother and father, but I came all the way over from Brunswick to see you. I got a message from this Sky Reavers guild that they had found a person that I had been looking for years now. And thanks to a lovely gentleman and his noble companion that was staying at my inn a few weeks ago, I managed to have enough funding to come and actually explore.
Grandpapa.
My little man. Oh, come here. And he pets your head. Very gently.
Oh, we have so much to talk about, so much to do. You want to play cards?
Well, I must admit the journey here has taken a lot out of me. So,
Do you have a room?
yes, I actually got a room down the hall.
Well, I'll come speak to you then.
Of course. I might be asleep in an hour or so. It's been a long journey overnight, but
Rest well.
he smiles at you. I can't believe my own grandson. Oh, what a wonderful day. I'm sorry for disturbing you kids in the middle of your game. I shall speak to you in the morning.
Yeah.
Good night, little uns. And the man totters away, and you notice he is carrying a little walking stick, and that his tail is covered in fresh bandages. So this man is recovering from some old injuries. Well, that was weird.
Oh, you
And Marcel just
family,
burst into
oh,
tears.
family.
Wait, why is he crying? What's going on? I'm confused.
So am I. That's why I'm
Oh,
crying.
it's so emotional.
No, stop crying. Come here. And Mason comes over and gives you a hug. He has, like, for Florian and Scoria that aren't crying, presumably,
No.
it is very clear that Mason has absolutely no idea what's going on. Like, it's the whole thing has flown straight over his head, and it's definitely not because I rolled a nat 1 on insight. Someone explain to me what just happened.
I have
So-
family.
Oh,
You have family.
That was Marcel's biological grandfather.
wait, really? Huh.
You didn't see
Yeah,
that
I'm sorry, crying.
Oh dear. You need a hug too, Hugmug.
Florian, did the cards do this?
No,
Since it makes it more likely to happen.
maybe. But the thing is, if he set off a few weeks ago, then it would have been the past that I saw.
It must have been. Do you know how to
Huh.
discern past and future?
You do not. It seems as though a mixture of past and future has come together there. As though these events that you've seen have happened in real time. Specifically, it seems like the sequence where the letter was received was more present, but future in the sense of when you would have when that fucking brain cells come on.
No.
When that letter would have been sent would have been present. So technically past, technically future, a mixture of the two. But we will end the session off there. As Marcel is probably going to whack me over the head with a frying pan for nearly making him cry twice. I hope you all enjoy.
I'll be
and
the same.
See you in the next session. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.